Harper and Harper Audio present Warriors, a Starless Clan, Thunder by Erin Hunter, performed by Macleod Andrews. Special thanks to Kate Carey. Prologue. Did you know she'd suffer? Windstar looked in dismay at Riverstar. Riverstar didn't look at her. He kept staring into the pool. Her words pierced his heart, but he couldn't let them sway him. This was the only way. "It can't be changed," he growled. ShadowStar, SkyStar, and Thunderstar sat beside him, hunched over, their eyes dark as they gazed into the crystal water. The smooth surface didn't reflect the StarClan sky. Instead, it showed the RiverClan camp. It was night there. Only a few cats lingered in the watery moonlight, finishing the last of the prey, talking in hushed whispers, while a ShadowClan warrior padded softly around, peering into the dens and sniffing around the camp wall. Another stood at the edge of the clearing, waiting for the last of the RiverClan cats to go to their nests for the night. The image in the pool shifted. It swung toward the moor, skimmed the heather faster than a hawk, and slowed as it homed in on a young, light-gray she-cat lying alone beneath the stars. She was barely moving. Blood ran from the wound on her neck, gleaming as it soaked her chest fur. Windstar's pelt pricked with alarm. "She's dying!" "This wasn't her destiny!" Thunderstar mewed imploringly. "She was never meant to be a medicine cat." "No," Riverstar's tail twitched, "but things have changed. If RiverClan is to survive, it needs a messenger. A powerful messenger." "Even if it kills her?" ShadowStar gasped. "She's strong," Riverstar growled. "There must be another way," the ShadowClan founder protested. "You can't let her die!" Even SkyStar sounded shocked. "I believe in her." Riverstar was still watching the young she-cat. "She's stronger than any cat I've seen in generations." "Strong enough for this?" Windstar sounded angry. "RiverClan is mine," Riverstar growled. "This is my choice to make." He leaned closer to the pool. "Frostpaw will find the strength to survive. I'm sure of it. She will be the one to save her clan." Chapter 1. Trust no cat. The words pierced the fog of pain that had wrapped itself around Frostpaw. Blackness swirled at the edge of her consciousness, but she fought it, fear surging toward her like a flood. "I mustn't die!" Hot blood poured from the wound in her neck and grew cold where it soaked her chest fur, and she could smell it, mingled with the dank odor of peat and heather. The scent filled her nose and bathed her tongue. She felt sick and began to shiver as the icy grip of the moor seemed to harden around her where she'd fallen, hidden by night, far from home, far from safety. But was home safe anymore? The thought pressed a fresh thorn of fear into her heart. Who had attacked her? She stared into the darkness, her ears pricked, fighting back the exhaustion that wanted to drag her into the earth. Were they still nearby? Panic shrilled through every hair on her pelt. Would they burst at any moment from the heather to finish her off? Why had she come here? She felt like a kit floundering in the river as it swirled her toward a waterfall. She grasped at memories as though clutching for stones in the riverbed. Anything to slow her thoughts, to stop her being swept over the edge into darkness. The vision. She'd watched the RiverClan deputy die. But why had StarClan sent her a vision now? After she'd admitted to the whole clan that she had no connection with them, and that her previous visions had been no more than her imagination trying to give her clanmates the answer they craved. RiverClan had wanted StarClan to decide who their next leader should be, and they'd been waiting for her to tell them. She'd done her best, at the moon pool and in her dreams. She'd strained to understand StarClan's wishes, but the vague images she'd conjured in her mind had never led to the right answer. Instead, they had just produced a series of wrong ones. This vision of Reed Whisker's death had been different. It had been real. Even though she was a warrior apprentice now, she'd known in her bones it was true. Just hours before, Hairlight had been teaching her how to fish when the river had faded in front of her,
Sample complete. Ready to continue?